From a book that I bought called 3 Wishes, where a lady asked a lot of artists if they could wish anything, what would be their 3 wishes? And she compiled them all into a book. And this picture inspired me. It was from one of her photos in the book. And I figure, you know, most of the time, musicians in that time, 1950s, they played music all night and they slept all day. I saw this picture of Monk just sleeping, but I wanted to just add my style and color to it. That's the story on Monk Dreams. I have this thing of jotting down things just like a person who's a writer jots down notes. And I will grab a piece of register paper or whatever is in my pocket, and I'll capture just that particular thought on paper. I'll just like do a quick sketch. It's just in a way of sketching. Maybe it's just writing it down, saying, you know, I'd like to do something that has a nice sunset in the background, but a silhouette of a jazz artist standing in front of the sunset. I might jot that down on paper, or I might just do a quick outline sketch or drawing of it, you know, and just kind of capture that thought, so that when I do come to the studio, I pretty much can work off of that. Not all of them are successful and really make it. Just keep that thought alive. And so not only am I involved in the music side, but I'm involved with painting and color and style. It's just something that I enjoy and that I like to do. And hopefully we'll have the opportunity to do on a much larger scale one day. I've been drawing since I was about 5 years old, you know, so I have to say at least, you know, I'd say in the last 20 years, I've actually just been involved in doing, you know, paintings. I really didn't realize that I could do something that was larger than just a little card size, and I challenged myself to do that. I just come from a talented family. My mother and her sisters sang around the San Joaquin Valley in Stockton, and my cousin is John Handy, the jazz saxophonist, and so there is that heritage already there, you know, passionately pursuing your gift and your talent. That's really where that comes from. Yes, I have 2 boys.
2 boys?
Yep. Coleman and Bo. I'm also a musician. I'm a singer, and I also play the piano, and I'm a songwriter as well. I'm really passionate about music the same way as I am about art. But I've learned that if you've been given this torch, you have to run with it. You have to develop it. And it's cool too, because my mom is just super supportive and just continuing to tell me to just run with it. And she's just one of my biggest fans. Her and my sister are just my biggest fans. I'm very passionate about collecting books on Africa, because that's pretty much the center of civilization for man. And when I look at the people, when I look at the creativity with color and what they're able to create, not having technology, it really does let me know that that is where I come from. And when I see the explosive color in their dyes that they use for their fabrics, how they create, the places they live, what they wear, the painting on their faces. It really inspires me. It really inspires me, and it lets me know that that is where I came from, and that's what I'm a part of. And I like to celebrate that in my own way. And I was so excited that I thought perhaps Martin Luther King must be so thrilled in knowing that his dream was being fulfilled and having an African American for president. And so I wanted to paint that painting of the both of them together and call it A Dream Fulfilled. You know, my European trip was just, it was awesome. It was awesome. It's fantastic. And gotta go back. Gotta go back and get some more of that juice. Gotta get some more of that. People like, you know, James Baldwin and Lionel Hampton, Duke Ellington, you know, and I mean, it was just exciting to me to actually go there, and then to know all these African Americans had been there, Josephine Baker, and they had been well loved and accepted in their art and in their creativity for who they were. You know, I called my first show Destination Paris, and that kind of started these colored Eiffel Towers that I like to paint, and that always grounds me. That's a part of my first experience coming out here. Then I also had the chance to hang out, you know, for 3 days at the Louvre, which, you know, is absolutely fantastic, fascinating, because I love the Impressionists. So to be able to actually see the pastels that Degas did up close, and the hand strokes, and oh man, it's just, it was just unbelievable. You know, style and color has always been a part of me and what motivates me. And then having a talent for putting color together, I noticed that in the job that I do in home decor and in design. So I had to take responsibility. It's not even take responsibility, but coming to a conclusion that this is what I do and this is who I am. You know, I have the ability to be a stylist. I have the ability to put color together and to work with people with their interiors. This is what I do on a day-to-day basis at my job. People come to me all the time with swatches of fabric, and they ask me the question about putting things together for their homes, and that excites me. I'm really passionate about it, and I take that and run with it. I just choose the high road. I want my work to be inspiring. I want it to be encouraging. I want it to touch people's lives in a very positive way. It's one thing to, you know, be a painter and to do your art, but I encourage people to come to our shows, come and support the arts. Whenever there is a show, especially where you have people of color that are painting. Every year I have a show for Black History Month. I mean, there's that wonderful gallery in the Fillmore called Lush Life. Get out there and see the work that my good friend Peter Fitzsimmons is promoting. And so that's wonderful to get out and do that.